I grew up with no father, no money, and no roadmap. I lived in a 1-bedroom apartment with cockroaches, and I had a full-time job at 16 because the bills were due. I'm 40 now, and I built 3 multi-million-dollar companies. I'm compressing 20 years into one video so you don't have to waste a decade. 17 lessons, simple, hard, and useful. For each, the belief, the mistake I made, and what to do about it tonight. One of them added more to my net worth than college ever would. I'll show you which one when we get there. Lesson number 1, stop rushing success. We're taught to measure our lives in weeks, but anything meaningful, it compounds over years. You're not late, you're just early in your reps. Momentum shows up for the people who stay long enough to earn it. The mistake I made is I switched lanes the moment progress felt slow. I would have a new niche, a new tactic, a new tool. That restart addiction, it cost me years. Starting over felt productive, but it killed momentum. Do this tonight. Commit to one lane that you can grind in for at least 12 months. Choose one weekly metric that proves the movement. Revenue, number of videos, number of new clients, code shipped. Don't chase speed, protect direction and consistency. Lesson number 2, learn sales early and sell first. Sales pays for every other dream. Not because you're a slick talker, but because you can guide real people to a clear decision with next steps. And when you sell before you build, you're proving demand before you actually go build something. The mistake I made is I hid behind the prep. It was always new research, new CRM rule, these endless tweaks. I was just avoiding having the live conversations. When I sold first and I followed a simple script until it worked, everything changed. Conversations produce cash and confidence. Do this tonight. Start with the hard channel. Actually pick up the phone. Schedule 5 sales calls over the next few days and track 3 numbers: conversations, meetings booked, and deals closed. After each call, write down one thing that worked and one thing you'll change on the next call. That's how you improve. Lesson number 3, turn your pain into fuel. I didn't let my past slow me down. Growing up with little money, it made me move fast and it made me stop making excuses. The goal was simple: work now and change the outcome. At first, I pushed hard every day. It worked, but I burned out. What fixed it was using the same effort on simple routines that I could repeat. Try this. Pick one routine that moves you forward. Maybe 1 hour of sales calls, 1 workout, or 1 post. Put it on your calendar every day and keep it no matter how you feel. Effort plus routine beats effort plus random. Lesson number 4, get comfortable being alone. Ambition is quieter than people think. Some seasons are just you, a notebook, and the work. No applause, no guarantees. The world rewards people who can concentrate longer than average. The mistake I made is I filled the quiet with noise. Extra meetings, group chats, scrolling social media. It felt productive, but it killed my focus. Silence became the place where the best work happened. Try this tonight. Block 90 distraction-free minutes tomorrow and label it with a verb. Build, sell, or publish. Put your phone in another room and close every unrelated tab. Protect that block like rent. Lesson number 5, spend beneath your income on purpose. Keeping costs low until your money earns without you reduces desperate choices. Small cushions create calm, and calm creates better strategy. The mistake I made early on was I celebrated too early. I upgraded too fast, and I paid with stress. The lifestyle creep, it stole my runway. Living lean let me take smarter risks. Try this tonight. Separate your operating account and your runway account, and automate a small transfer every payday, even 5% or 10%, and move something today. Even $20 counts. You're buying a calmer mind that chooses long-term wins over a short-term flex. Lesson number 6, take ownership of what you can touch. When something breaks, I check the mirror first. Not to beat myself up, just to find the lever that I can actually pull. 9 times out of 10, there's something simple I could have done earlier. A clearer subject line, put the agenda on the invite, a deadline in the email, a reminder on my phone. I used to tell long stories about why a project slipped. Now I hunt for the smallest fix that would have prevented it. If a deal stalls, I ask, did I define the next step and who owns it? If a teammate misses, did I give a written outcome and a due date? Make this boring and repeatable. Every email have a goal, an owner, and have a timeline. For every meeting, start with the outcome and with who's doing what by when. You'll be shocked how much chaos disappears when you actually clean out the parts you actually touch. Lesson 7, invest early, even a tiny amount counts. I waited for real money to start investing, and that delay was expensive. What would have changed everything was an automatic weekly withdrawal. So X amount per week into an index fund, X amount per week into skills I can master. Money compounds, but so do skills. A $30 book that improves your offer or your close rate, it pays forever. The same with a course that fixes your demo or a tool that saves you an hour a day. Here's what you can do. Set 2 automations tonight, one to an index fund monthly and one to a skill budget, and keep the amounts almost laughably small so you don't cancel them. The point isn't the number, it's becoming the kind of person who invests by default. Lesson number 8, mentors on the shelf. I couldn't get coffee with the people I admired, so I read them and I watched long interviews. Not for quotes, but for habits. How they play weeks, how they prep for a meeting, how they make their decisions when the data is messy. Application beats inspiration. If I read about writing tighter emails, I'll test it on the next 5 emails. If I learn a negotiation phrase, I'll use it on the next call. The learning sticks when it's attached to a rep. Pick one operator you respect, consume one piece of their work, and then steal that one behavior tomorrow morning before your phone hijacks your brain on social media. Do that weekly, and you'll actually feel like you have mentors, even if they never met you. Lesson number 9, build a stack, not a solo skill. One skill makes you useful, but a stack makes you dangerous. My skill became sales, marketing, cold email, hiring, maybe a little product judgment. That mix led me to move projects even when money was tight and headcount was 0. Back in the day, I wasted time chasing novelty, a new tool, a new product. The edge came from going wide enough to connect disciplines, but deep enough to be effective. Sales made me copy sharper. Copy made me convert emails. Product sense made my sales promises real. Write down your 5 and keep them connected to your lane. Touch one every day for 30 minutes in a way that produces something. An email sent, a landing page written, a call placed, a tiny feature shipped. You'll feel your leverage stack week by week. Lesson number 10, consistency beats moods. If I wait to feel like it, I don't. The days I'm tired are the days the habit matters the most. I treat one unit of work like brushing my teeth. It's a non-negotiable, non-heroic. Pick a unit you can actually finish. 20 cold emails, 1 hour of sales calls, 1 landing page written, 1 video recorded. Put it at a time you'll honor so you can repeat it tomorrow. Consistency is a systems problem, not a motivation problem. Most people sprint and then fade. Be boring. Do your unit even when you're not in the mood. Stack 60 of those days up and it'll look lucky. Lesson number 11, measure what matters and make it visible. I used to feel like we were doing great until a renewal cratered or a campaign face planted. Feelings lie, but numbers don't. The best change I made was picking a tiny set of metrics that predicted wins and putting them where everyone could see them every day. For go-to-market, that's simple. Leads to replies, replies to meetings, and meetings to revenue. Under the hood, it's bounce rate, it's mobile reach percentage, it's meetings per 100 leads, and other things. When those are trending right, money follows. When they're off, you know where to fix. Do this tonight. Write down 5 metrics that matter on a whiteboard or a Google Sheet and update them weekly at the same time. No fancy business intelligence tool, just make the scoreboard public and talk about it every Monday. And let the numbers drive the work instead of the vibes. Lesson number 12, leave early when it's wrong. I've stayed too long, right? Hires, deals, and even relationships. It costs you energy that you're not gonna get back. The earlier you listen to that drain, the faster everything else improves. You don't need to wait to leave. Shrink the scope, set a clear boundary, and stick to an exit date. The minute you commit, your calendar, your sleep, and even your standards start to reset. Name one thing that's wrong for you right now. Write down the first step, send the note. Your future shows up the second you stop leaking your energy into the past. Lesson number 13, attract by building. When I chased, I looked needy and I got worse opportunities. When I built, the right people found me. Customers, hires, partners. Momentum is magnetic. Give your first hour of the day to that one pillar before you open your inbox. Whether it's your workout, one transfer, one thing published, do that for a month and watch how different your inbound feels. Lesson number 14, work with you before I work with you. Let me explain what I mean. Hiring burned me out when I trusted resumes and vibes. The fix was simple though. Collab before I commit. A small paid test tells you more in 2 days than an interview can in 2 hours. It's how they communicate, how they handle unclear bits, and whether they raise the bar without being asked. Keep it lightweight and real. Give a slice of the real actual job with a clear outcome, a deadline, and how you'll judge success. Ask them to narrate the decisions as they go, whether it's recording a quick loom or on a quick call. You're not looking for perfection, you're looking for judgment, pace, and ownership. Do this tonight. Write down a 1-pager test for the next role you need. Pay a flat fee, give 48 hours, and debrief live. If it's a fit, great. If not, you learn for cheap, and you'll never have to roll the dice again on a full-time hire going blind. Lesson number 15, build first, talk later. Stop talking about what you're gonna build and go build it. Ship a small, real version and then talk about it. Proof changes the room. Documenting is great, but not if it replaces doing. Finish something tiny, then share the lesson from doing it, not the theory about doing it. You'll sound different because you'll be telling the truth. Pick one unfinished thing and ship the smallest version by tomorrow. Then talk about the result and the next step. Then repeat. Lesson number 16, bigger than your mood. Bad stretches are guaranteed. 2008 flattened me. What got me through it wasn't hype. It was a simple morning loop that made me sturdier than my feelings. Here's what you can do. Write down your why in one sentence tonight and read it tomorrow morning before your feeds read you. When your reason is bigger than your mood, you keep moving on most days where people stall. Lesson number 17, your story is your leverage. The polished version of me never connected with anyone. The real version hires better, sells cleaner, and keeps customers longer. People buy from the people who tell the truth. Tell your origin story plainly, where you started, the wall you hit, the pivot you made, what you built, and who it helps now. No victimhood, just the path. Write down those 5 lines. Share them once a week in a pitch, a hiring call, or a post. Your scar told simply becomes proof you can get someone else through theirs. If you grew up without a father, or without money, or without a roadmap, this isn't your ceiling. It's your launch pad. I'm the proof. If this helped you, take one lesson and put it in practice tonight. Not all 17, just one. Then come back tomorrow. I put everything I wish I knew getting started into a free playbook. It's called the Founder's First Million. It's the roadmap I wish I had. It's the sales scripts, lean hiring, and the growth tactics that actually work. And it's yours free. The link's in the description. And if you want verified leads to power whatever you're building, try UpLead. It provides clean data, real-time email verification, mobile numbers, and buyer intent signals. You can try it free at UpLead.com. The link's in the description. If you got value from this video, hit that like button and subscribe. It means so much to me. I'll be posting more videos like this every week for builders who don't want permission, just the plan. I'll see you in the next one.